हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू ज्ञान गंगा क्लासेस। और आज हम लेकर के आए हैं क्लास 7 साइंस का चैप्टर नंबर 8 रिप्रोडक्शन इन प्लांट्स का एक्सरसाइज, उसकी समरी और उसके क्वेश्चन आंसर्स। इस चैप्टर को हमने पिछले वीडियो में पूरा कवर किया था, जिसमें सारे कंसेप्ट, सारे कीवर्ड्स, सब कुछ समझे थे, हर एक प्रोसेस समझा गया था। तो अगर आपने वो चैप्टर अभी तक नहीं देखा है तो प्लीज मेक श्योर उसका लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में है, आप उसको जाकर जरूर देखें और अपने सारे कंसेप्ट, सारी चीजें आपको वहां क्लियर हो जाएंगी। और उसके साथ ही उसको रिवाइज करना है, उसके नोट्स या फिर उसकी समरी लेनी है, तो वी आर हियर इन दिस वीडियो, जिसमें हम आपको इसकी समरी, इसके पॉइंट्स और इसकी एक्सरसाइज साथ में हम मिलके करेंगे। तो हमने क्या कवर करना है? वी विल कवर समरी, एक्सरसाइज। ओके, सो लेट अस स्टार्ट। और अगर अभी तक आपने हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो प्लीज डू सब्सक्राइब सो दैट यू गेट फ्री एजुकेशनल वीडियोस एवरी डे ऑन योर फोन। इस चैप्टर में हमने क्या पढ़ा था कि दैट इन प्लांट्स देयर आर टू मोड्स ऑफ रिप्रोडक्शन, asexual and sexual. Then there are several modes of asexual reproduction such as fragmentation, budding, spore formation, vegetative propagation. Then sexual reproduction involves the infusion of the male and female gametes. In the vegetative propagation, new plants are formed from different vegetative parts such as leaves, stems and roots. Flower is the reproductive part of plant. ये सारी चीजें पढ़ी थी। और क्या जाना था कि a flower may be unisexual with either male or female reproductive systems or bisexual with having both the male and female reproductive parts. The male gametes are found in the pollen grains and female in the ovules. Pollination is the process to transfer of pollen grain from one anther to the stigma of the same flower or from the different plant flower. Pollination is of two types, self-pollination, cross-pollination. ये भी जाने थे कि दो तरीके के होते हैं। Self क्या होते हैं? Self-pollination, the pollen grains are transferred from the anther of a stigma of same flower to the stigma of the same flower. Okay. In the cross pollination, pollen grain is transferred from one anther to the stigma of another flower of the same kind. Pollination takes place in plant with the help of wind, water and insects. The fusion of male and female gamete is called fertilization. Fertilized egg is called zygote. Zygote develops into embryo. And then the fruit is matured ovary, where the ovule develop into the seeds, which contains the developing embryo. Okay. So let's start with the match the following. Bud. Yeast में bud के through reproduction happens. We can just form it with the yeast. Okay. Then we have eyes. Potato, when then you just moist it, it develops few eyes on it. Fragmentation, spirogara. Wings, maple. Spores, bread mold. Okay. So आगे देखते हैं fill in the blanks. The production of new individual from vegetative part of a parent is called vegetative propagation. A flower may have either male or female reproductive parts. Such flower is called unisexual flower. The transfer of pollen grain from another anther of stigma to the stigma of the same flower of another flower of the same kind is known as, या दोनों चीज बोल रहे हैं तो इसलिए बात हो रही सिर्फ पॉलिनेशन की, इसमें सेल्फ या क्रॉस दोनों में कुछ भी स्पेसिफाई नहीं। The fusion of male and female gamete is termed as fertilization. Seed dispersal takes place by the means of wind, water and animals. क्लियर है? सब आप लोगों को भी समझ में आ रहा था? चलिए अब हमारे पास है मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन, इसमें से टिक द करेक्ट वन. ओके, द रिप्रोडक्टिव पार्ट ऑफ द प्लांट इज फ्लावर. The process of fusion of the male and female gamete is called, अभी लास्टली हमने fill in the blanks में भी ये fill किया था, क्या था? Fertilization. The mature ovary forms the fruit. A spore formation producing organism is which one? Bread mold. Good. Biofilm can reproduce by its leaves. Describe a different method of asexual reproduction with examples. Here is the answer. Different method of asexual reproduction are: first, vegetative propagation. In this, new plants are produced from root, stem, leaf and bud of the individual plant. Then budding. A bud is a small projection which gradually grows and gets detached from the parent cell and form a new yeast cell. The new yeast cell grows, matures and produces more yeast cells. Example, yeast. Okay. Then fragmentation. In this mode, the growth and multiplication are done by rapidly breaking it down into more fragments. Each fragment grow into new individual when water and nutrients are available. Okay. Also, spore formation. This is done by spores which under the favorable condition germinate and develop into new individual like mucor, rhizophos. Then fission, it is where the unicellular organisms split into the new organism. There are two types, binary, multiple fission. Example, unicellular organisms undergo binary like amoeba, paramecium, and plasmodium undergoes the process of multiple fission. Clear? अगला बात है कि what you understand about the sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction is method where male and female gametes used to form a new individual. In plants, stamens and pistils are the male and female gametes and bear the another anther and ovary respectively. State the main difference between the sexual and asexual reproduction. Asexual and sexual. ऐसे बना दो चार्ट. फिर आपके पॉइंट्स आते हैं. It require only one parent. It require male and female parent. Daughter cells formed are identical to the parents and to each other. Newly formed offspring show variation in comparison to the parents. Special reproduction organs are not required. Special reproductive organs are required. Example, yeast, rose, jasmine. Example, hibiscus. Okay. How does the process of fertilization takes place in flowers? The process of fusion of male and female gametes form a zygote is called fertilization. The zygote develops into embryo and the embryo undergoes the mitotic cell division to form the seeds. So, इसी के साथ ही हमने इस चैप्टर की सारी एक्सरसाइज कर ली, सारे क्वेश्चन आंसर्स और इसको रिवाइज भी किया. आई होप आपको ये सारी चीजें समझ आई, अच्छी लगी. वीडियो अच्छा लगा प्लीज डू लाइक इट और अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ शेयर भी कीजिए ताकि उन्हें भी ये सारी चीजें पता चले. और साथ ही हमारे चैनल को अगर अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो प्लीज डू सब्सक्राइब.